Hey guys, Kickity back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down the MLB 12 game main slate for today, and it should be a quite interesting one. Before we do that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out tilteddfs.com. They have a bunch of high quality free articles in CSGO, MLB, and UFC. I'm also part of the website, so just go check it out. Links in the description. Also follow them on Twitter so you know when all the articles go live, when videos go live. Just go ahead and check out tilteddfs.com. Real quick before we jump into main slate for today. My main slate for yesterday was quite gross. I wanted to go with the twin stack. I felt like it was gonna be a nice leverage spot against Chain Beaver. I was wrong. I got to some Yankees, just the wrong Yankees. The only player I was right on was Max Muncy. It was just overall not the day I wanted. So just gonna take that day and throw it away. But real quick, we'll go ahead and break down the top lineup last night, which was Royal Payne, who had Lament, and here's Shane Bieber. Went 8 shutout innings, 3 hits, 13 strikeouts, and a win. 46 points, had to have him. He scored almost as much as my team. Lament, 17 points was pretty nice. So he went high on pitching, and he was able to go. He went cheap towards the San Diego bats, which was quite smart. And he also went Kansas City. He had Shohei Ohtani, who scored 23. He had Profar, who scored 30. Crawford, who scored 24. Grisham, who scored 24. That got it done. Royal Payne, 100K. Richards hit day. Let's go ahead and look at the main slate. We're going to be starting off with one of the biggest rivalries in baseball, and we get the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Boston Red Sox will be Yankees will be throwing out Jordan Montgomery on the mound, making his first start. And the Red Sox are throwing out Ryan Weber. So, two players that are fairly new. Weber for the Red Sox is 5,400, and Montgomery is 7,800. I'm not looking towards any of them. If anything, I'm looking towards bats in this one. Martinez, Devers, Bogarts, Pilar, Vasquez, looking towards all of them today. Finally getting back to some Boston after not playing them that much, going up against the Mets, which, if you didn't play them at all, that worked out quite nicely for you because they didn't really score much. Besides Vasquez last night, who had 2 home runs, but that's pretty much that's what we got for the Red Sox hitters. Go ahead and look at the Yankee hitters, which I like even more today. If it loads, there we go. Judge, Hicks, Stanton, Viot, and Sanchez, all looking quite nice today. Even LeMahieu going up against Weber. Weber strikes out 14.5% of his batters. He's just not what you want to really get to in a pitcher, even at 5,800 going up against the Yankees. Not interested in pitching, going towards batting in this one. I'm alright with getting to some Yankees and some Red Sox for bats, not pitching. From one New York team to the next, we got the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta. The New York Mets will be throwing out Rick Porcello, and the Atlanta Braves will be throwing out Sean Newcomb. And if any game has any indication of how this one's going to go, Rick Porcello is not a good choice tonight at, how much was he? 7K. Newcomb's at 6,800. Probably not looking towards any of these pitchers again, because there is 24 live pitchers on the slate, and there's a couple of them that are actually quite nice to go to, so I'm going elsewhere today. Rick Porcello strikes out about 18.4% of his batters. I wouldn't mind getting to some Atlanta bats: Acuna, Albies, Freeman, Ozuna, and Adams. Would work for me, considering that last time that Porcello pitched against Atlanta, if you wanted to use recency stuff, he got blown up and got taken out in 2+ innings and minus 11.5 points. That was disgusting. So if you wanted to use that, Atlanta could be a solid stack tonight. On the flip side, in that game, Sean Newcomb pitched pretty well against the Mets. He strikes out about 21% of his batters, but I'm alright with getting back to Mets hitters. I would mostly go Alonso, McNeil, Davis, Conforto, and Cespedes. Wouldn't really be too interested in anything else, really. And I wouldn't really be interested in getting to Sean Newcomb in general, even though he did pitch a good game last one. There's just better options on the slate, so I'd rather not get to Newcomb if I don't have to. Moving on to Cincinnati and Detroit, where this has one of the pitchers that I'm actually quite interested. Turnbull is at 8,100, not interested in him. But on the flip side, Castillo for the Reds at 8K is a quite intriguing option. Turnbull does strike out 22% of his batters. He is a okay choice, but I'd rather get to some Cincinnati bats today. Going after Votto, Suarez, Moustakas, Castellanos, and Winker. They just have good stats against right-handers, and I'd rather go after that. Not really interested in Turnbull, although he could be a decent GPP option today. On the flip side, you got Castillo. Wow, who strikes out about 30% of his batters. He's could be chalky, considering that he's 8K going up against Detroit. But look at all these Detroit numbers, and that's probably why. I really like Castillo today, and I'm probably going to get to him on my one lineup and look elsewhere for pitching as well. So no Detroit at all, not really interested. Getting Castillo and some Cincinnati bats, nothing too extreme. Next one, we have Tampa Bay against Baltimore. And we got Blake Snell sitting at $10,800. And we have Alex Cobb sitting at Demon Price at $4,000. Wow. Okay, we're good. I understand why Blake Snell is $10,800. Strikes out 33% of his batters. I'm gonna probably try to pay up towards him, especially against a Baltimore team. But if you did want to go contrarian, I wouldn't mind going in the Baltimore route. They scored a decent amount of runs against the Yankees this weekend. So even going to Alberto and Iglesias and Sanders, even Nunez would be an alright play. But overall, I like Blake Snell a lot more than I like the Baltimore bats. On the flip side, Alex Cobb for the Baltimore Orioles. Wow, my brain is just being stupid right now. 17% strikeout rate. I'd rather get to some bats. This would be like a one-off. I wouldn't mind going like Renfroe as a one-off or Lowe as a one-off. Just nothing extreme. I think the only thing I'd want to get to from this game is Blake Snell, and that's pretty much about it. If I with my one lineup, but we'll look to see the starting lineup and see if there's any value plays. I have a feeling that there could be something value related from the Tampa Bay Rays today. So keep an eye on that. Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Sign me up for some White Sox. I really do like this matchup for them. Let's see, the White Sox, you can get Dallas Keuchel at 7,300. Sign me up for that one. That's actually a really, really nice play. On the flip side, you're getting Chris Bubeck, which is at min price, making what seems to be his major league debut. So maybe get to him. I'm not getting to. My mouse just died. Cool. Okay, my computer just froze for a minute. I'm not getting to Bubeck. I'd rather get to some Chicago bats. Probably going to get to a Chicago stack in this one. Anderson, Mikata, Abreu, Encarnacion, Jimenez, all solid options for today. Get to some Chicago White Sox bats. On the flip side, get to Dallas Keuchel. Even though he only strikes out 17% of his batters, he is going up against Kansas City players who strike out a decent amount of times. So I wouldn't be opposed with going after Dallas Keuchel, especially that he is $7,300. Go for that value and just try to get a nice. All you have to do is get like a quality start out of him, and he'll pay off his price tag. And you can go to like Dallas Keuchel and Castillo, and you could have a decent amount of money elsewhere. Next game is the Padres and the Rockies. For the San Diego Padres, for the Rockies, you're going to get John Gray on the mound at 7,300. You're going to get Richards on the mound for the Padres. I'm trying to find his price on here, but I can't find him. Did I miss something? Oh, Richard. Wow. Oh, okay. This is a Coors game. I forgot about that. I was looking at the price. I'm like, wow, that's actually really cheap for Richards, $6,500. And I forgot that was a Coors Slate. So, yeah, stack up on hitting if you want to get to it from both sides. Oh, shoot. Dahl, Story, Blackman, Arenado, Murphy, all good options today. Clicked off it too quick. But going after some San Diego is not a bad option. They are going to be priced up just because it is a Coors Slate. But if you can get to them, I don't mind getting to some San Diego hitting, especially in Coors, and Colorado hitting, especially in Coors. So, Coors Field, play some hitting today from that game. No pitching, and move on. Next game up is Minnesota and Cleveland. And this is the game I got burned on last night. Not going to talk about it. Once again, I am not. Well, let's see. Clevenger for Cleveland at $10,000. Not interested in that. And then Bubeck for Minnesota at $6K. Not interested in that either. Bubeck strikes out 17% of his hitters. But the Cleveland Indians do not strike out much, especially the top four, which I would like to get to. Hernandez, Ramirez, Lindor, Santana. I'd even be okay with getting to Reyes and Zimmer. Getting to some Cleveland bats might be a halfway decent idea. And going over to the other side, Clevenger is a solid pitcher. Strikes out 33% of his batters. I'm just not interested in going 10K for somebody who's against the Minnesota Twins. Maybe go back to the well and get me some Twinnies again. But I'm all right with Kepler, Donaldson, Polanco, Cruz, Rosario, Garver. Just those front six look really solid today. And Minnesota is known for their offense, so they should be able to do it against anybody. So that one should be high on offense. Not really getting to pitching on that one. I have my couple good pitching options for today. Next game is Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. U is starting for Chicago. Yu Darvish at $10,500, and then for the Pittsburgh side is Trevor Williams at $6,300. Not interested in Trevor Williams, especially against the big bats in Chicago. He strikes out 17% of his batters. Getting to Bryant, Rizzo, Baez, Schwarber, and Contreras is a smart play today. Just going up against a Trevor Williams that has not had a very strong outing lately. And moving over to the Pittsburgh bats, Yu Darvish at the second highest in the slate, 10,500. 31% strikeout rate. I'm all right with that. I'm just not really getting to him just because he is 10,500 and it's a little bit expensive. Maybe a contrarian play today would be going towards the Pittsburgh hitters and Frazier, Newman, Bell, Moran, and Reynolds. I'd be all right with going after that. All right, heading to the 4 9 o'clock games, and then that'll be it. First one up, we got Houston in LA. You got Kohlers Jr. going for Houston at $9,000. And then on the flip side, Angel, you got Matt Andrews at $5,800 going up against Houston. I have a feeling this is going to be another solid Houston hitting slate. Getting to Springer, Altuve, Bregman, Brantley, Gurriel, even Carlos Correa might be a solid option today. Even though Andreas does strike out 25% of his batters, not really going to be getting to him that much, especially when there's other better pitching on the slate. Over to the Angels side, McCullers strikes out about 25% of his batters. Not really getting to this pitching matchup at all. There's better pitching on the slate. You're getting to Shohei Ohtani, Anthony Rendon, Upton, Lascella, Pujols is going to be the way to go for the hitting today. Just getting to a bunch of hitting from this Houston LA game is going to be the way to go if you're targeting this game. Not really getting to pitching. Moving over to the Texas and the San Francisco Giants. You got Mike Minor at $9,200 pitching for the Texas Rangers today. And you got Logan Webb at $6,100 pitching for the Giants today. Mike Minor is a solid option today at $9,200. He is going up against it is a soft matchup for him going up against the Giants. He strikes out about 23% of his batters. I would get to him, but I feel like he's just a little bit expensive compared to some other plays that I really like. So not going to necessarily get to him as much as the Fieldwell, but a contrarian play actually could be going after some Giants bats in Yastrzemski and Flores and Slater. Maybe even Longoria, but I'm just going after the top 4 in this lineup on this one. But on the flip side, you got the Texas hitters going up against Logan Webb, and that's the side that I would not mind getting to. Logan Webb strikes out 20% of his batters, has a decently low fly ball rate, but he still gets about 25 out, so definitely could be some home runs tonight for Texas. Like getting to Chu, Santana, Odor, Gallo, and Frazier, even Calhoun in the 6th spot. They all have positive ISOs going up against right-handed pitchers, so definitely a way to I mean, they're going to be probably a little chalky because of the soft matchup with the Giants, but I'm all right with getting to some Texas bats today. 2 games remaining. Dodgers and Arizona. For the Dodgers today, we get to see Gallon for Arizona, which is more expensive at $8,700. You get to see Gonsolin, which is making his first start of the year or first career start or something like that. He's got no stats here. He's going at $8,300. Zach Gallen's a strong choice, but going up against a tough LA Dodgers team, it would only be for GPP plays. He strikes out about 29% of his batters, but in this one, I think I would much rather get to some Dodger bats. Getting to Muncy, Betts, Bellinger, Turner, and Seager in this one might be a stronger pick. But on the flip side, I wouldn't mind getting to some Arizona bats as well. Getting to Marte, Calhoun, Escobar, and Walker up against Gonsolin, which strikes out about 22% of his batters. So getting to that is a little bit, getting to Arizona bats feels a little bit more comfortable than getting to the Dodgers pitcher. Last game of the day, and this one did not fail to entertain last night. You got the Seattle Mariners going up against the Oakland Athletics. Oh, wait, they didn't play last night.
Seattle played LA.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
And put up like tonight.
Walker, $5,200 for Seattle. Mencina for Oakland is sitting at $9,600. Once again, it is a soft matchup for Manina. He does strike out 27% of his batters. I would not mind getting to him going up against a weak Seattle team. Not really interested in anybody from Seattle. If anything, just going to Seager for one-offs would be the only option for me. On the flip side, I'm probably going to go back to the well and get myself some more A's. Just going after Simeon, Lorano, Chapman, Olsen, and Kana might be a solid choice. Not going after Walker, who has a sub 10% strikeout rate. That's the first time I've seen that this season. But going after some A's bats instead of going after Seattle might be the way to go. But that's going to do it for the slate. Let me know what you guys are playing in the comment section below. Make sure that you check out tilteddfs.com. Check out all their articles. NBA coming up, so go ahead and check out those. I'm not going to be doing a video for that. We're going to Tennessee today, so go ahead and check out Tilted DFS's all their articles. And good luck today, and I'll see you in the next one.